Hey, me again. Um, this is I won't say this is day one. Um, this is just I guess kind of a prelude to the days that we're going to be sharing. Um, and yeah, so today, what I want to say is that yeah, my dad passed away. Um, I was quite hurt. I'd just been saved actually, so one of the things I'm most thankful for is my dad actually got to see me come to faith a year before he passed away, probably more like 9 months before he passed away. And so yeah, he um, passed away. The pain was unbelievable. He passed away out of the blue. My dad had a blood clot in his leg that he massaged one day, and it traveled to his heart, and he passed away. And that was it. He basically died almost instantly. I was on my way to choir rehearsal. I was at Glory House Church at the time, and I just got a call from my aunt who asked me if I was with anyone. I said no. Um, she told me that my dad died, and I can't even describe the level of pain really that happened. Um, it was deep. It was really deep pain that I can't even really explain. It was more shock, and I just couldn't believe it. And I went to the hospital. I'm thankful for the people that gathered around me during that time, and went to the hospital, and I saw his body, and I just remember thinking, man, this is it. Like, Dad, you're not coming back. And I remember I used to be at home, and I'd tell my mum. I used to still live at home. I was only 22. Um, I'm now 32. If you haven't guessed the time difference. I'd say to mum, like every day I'd wake up and I'd say, Mum, is he really gone? Is he coming back? Mum would say, yeah, he's gone. He's not coming back. And yeah, the pain was just unreal. But you know, there was something that I believe was a source of comfort. I'm not saying you can meet people after they're dead and stuff like that, but I would have dreams about my dad nearly every night. And and I'd meet him in these dreams, and in these dreams he was completely perfect. Like, his face was perfect, and he looked better than he ever looked in life. And there's one thing he told me one time, which was, he said, I've been to the pearly gates, but I got sent back. And it got me really thinking about like near-death experiences. For that reason, because my dad had a few near-death experiences. He would tell me all the time, Matthew, I nearly died in like these accidents. Like, he had a car accident where he went into a skip. Another time where he was on a bike, he nearly died, like riding motorbikes. My dad just had a bit of an intense life, and I wondered if those were the things that kind of led him into faith. Because my dad was the kind of guy, like, literally, we used to go evangelizing on Sunday. No, I mean on a Saturday, he'd be out like handing out tracts in like Stratford, the old Stratford Centre. Like, he'd be handing out tracts to people. The funniest story about my dad is, like, sometimes we'd go to like Sainsbury's or McDonald's, and he used to have this funny thing where it was so embarrassing. He'd ask like if you could pay by cheque, and I'd be like, Dad, like, it's just embarrassing. Like, people took checks then, but you're paying like £3 and you're asking if you can pay by check. Like, and I'd always see the look on the person's face and stuff. It was funny. But anyway, even if he did or didn't do that, nearly all the time I'd be like on guard, because I know my dad is gonna, at the end of the transaction, he's gonna pass the person a tract. Like, can I give you this? Can I give you this, which tells you about Jesus? And he'd give it to people. And I thought to myself, man, like, what an example of faith. Like, I think I've always had that understanding of what faith really is based on a lot of the things my dad showed me, and the level of what faith is meant to be, really telling others about Jesus. Like, and so, yeah, it's a great memories of him in that way, that he was just a really, if there's one thing I could say about my dad, is that he was just a really, really like sold out man for Jesus in a lot of ways. You know, he had his marriage which broke down, obviously. Um, I don't know for what reason, to be honest. But all I can testify to is what I saw him live on his day-to-day life, which was that it was about telling others about Jesus. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about getting everything he could in this life, although he was a qualified tax accountant. It was about Jesus. So yeah, just pondering on that really. Yeah.